Hello guys, this is Daaro DS and welcome back for more Higurashi Chapter 1. And it has been some time, I know, it has been a long time since I've done this. And I'm glad to be back, and a little bit has changed with this game. If you hadn't noticed anything different, the font text has changed. There's no longer a full screen of text. There has been an updated mod for the Higurashi series over on Steam. I'll link it in the description below if you want to check that out yourself. But it is basically a self-installing mod where it's an exe file. It'll take all the resources that the games need. It'll automatically download them and install them into the Steam folder where the Higurashi games are. So with that, it has made my life a little bit easier to know that text won't be all over the screen, and I won't be tripping over a mass amount of time as I did in the previous portion of this series. And for those who remember this, it has been a good hell of a time since I've done this. And I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back and doing this. So we have to finish. I have all games. I finally got all the games. So we're going to finish off this chapter 1 and head on to chapter 2 after this. So that is what is going to happen. I hope that's what's going to happen. So yeah, let's check this out. Let's see what happens here. We just finished off the last portion of the series. We were talking to Detective Ooishi about what had happened to Tomitake-san and his murder that happened the night before. And for those who do not know, I will not be doing any character voices. I have the character voices on, so you actually hear the Japanese voices for the rest of the series. So no more me high-pitched squealing over with Rena. Sadly, that's not going to happen anymore. Okay, let us continue. I do not know how much time had passed. Keiichi comes back after talking to the detective. Let's see what happens. I didn't feel bad for keeping them waiting, but right now there was a lot on my mind. Tomitake-san's death was hard enough as it was, but to think there was the possibility of a village conspiracy? Worse still, there was also a chance that Mion was involved. Nonsense. Impossible. Not Mion, Rena, Satoko, or Rika-chan. It was a group that attacked Tomitake-san? Or who could the perpetrators be? Could it be they were hiding here somewhere in Hinamizawa? I didn't know. All I could say for certain that I knew that Mion couldn't have been the perpetrator. Huh? I was startled to hear Rena's voice. Okay, Rena, I think you're just guessing at this point. Rena clutched her head while flailing about. Looks like you're just self-destructing over here. Wow. Oh yeah, I know, Satoko. I'm seething with anger.
ごめん。ちょっと先生に職員室呼ばれてさ。
素行が悪くて怒られましたですか？かわいそうです。
ま、こっちも白熱してたしね。もういい時間だから 次で最後のゲームにしよう。
俺の今の持ち点って確か0点だろ。ビリ確定じゃないのかよ。
大丈夫だよ、ケイチくん。
Oh, Rena.
マイナス1点。
Minus 1?
罰ゲームはレナが1人でかケイちゃんと2人でかを決める最終戦。
冗談じゃねえぞ。罰ゲームはレナ一人でやってくれ。
ケイチくんと2人で勝とうって約束したのにずっと待ってたんだよ。
あ
だよ。
そりゃ俺が悪いな。
I followed my initial plan of showing Rena my cards, but I didn't say who was the criminal and just waited for her to call.
わかったよ。犯人は私。凶器は毒物で犯行現場は玄関ホール。どうかな、どうかな。
おお、レナ回答早いじゃん。また当てずっぽうじゃないの？
レナの正解ですよ。
It's a miracle.
じゃあこれでケイチさんも罰ゲーム決定ですわね。やったー。ケイチくん一緒に頑張ろうね。
ああ、一緒に頑張ろうな。
It's my fault, so I have no choice.
ではゲームセット。
That's the game, you say, huh? Let's do something else here. That's the game, she says.
トップは私、園崎ミオン。ビリは前原圭一と龍宮レナ。
Everyone applauded and the game ended. Problem now is the penalty.
じゃあ使いっ走りの系の買ってくるものはトップの私が決めようかね。
何を買いに行かされるんだろう。だろう。
薬局は禁じ手にしような。図星太郎。
は？薬屋なんかに用ないよ。おじさんが買ってほしいものはね、このメモに書いてあるから。
いっぱい書いてあるよ。
豆腐2丁、シャンプーとリンス、みりんに油揚げ。なんだこりゃ。
What is
罰
this?
ゲームっていうよりお買い物に見えるでございますわね。今日のミーは勝つ気満々でしたです。
快速第7条。罰ゲームの内容に逆らわない。はい、お金。シャンプーはうち果物物語だからね。よろしく。
これお前が頼まれたお使いだろ。
I promised myself if I won next time, I'd make her go buy hemorrhoid cream. Oh boy. Well, you failed that time, man. You failed! You failed. New tips unlocked.
Zibun 自分で喉をかき破った出血性ショック死。爪の間に皮膚片が残っておった。間違いなく本人のものじゃわい。傷の形も一致する。
直接死因が自殺ってのは分かってますよ。
分かっとるわい。 人為的にこういう症状が起こせんかと言っとるんだろ。
背中が痒くてかきすぎて血が出ちゃうのとはちょっとわけが違いますからね。
Some of Tomitake-san's fingernails had been pulled out. Fingernails actually rip off surprisingly easy. Still painful. Yes, but it really hurts. Under normal circumstances, the pain would prevent you from completely pulling them out. Although, also, there are a lot of bruises on Tomitake-san's body. It's clear from the shape of them that he was assaulted first by someone or a group of people.
分泌物から見て、仏は極度の興奮状態にあったのは間違いないの。
The deceased was in an extreme state of hysteria. Oh boy.
では乱闘になって興奮のあまり自分の喉を引っかき出したってことですか。襲った連中さぞや度肝を抜かれたでしょうな。
It is possible that, in an abnormal environment, the person could perform acts that a sane individual couldn't possibly imagine. Of course, those are very rare cases.
実はな、大石。仏が武器にしたらしい角材な。砂粒とかガードレールの塗装片とかそんなのしか出んかったぞい。
星の服の繊維とか皮膚片とかは
出んかった。仏は犯人を殴っとらん。あるいは殴った角材を星が持ち去ったのかもしれんの。
ならわざわざ角材なんて置いていきませんよ。全部持ってっちゃいます。
それもそうじゃの。
富武氏は結構体格もいいし肌も焼けてるしスポーツマンですよね。
そうだな。よく運動しとるようだの。
I can't imagine what kind of sports he did when he was alive, but I think his physical strength would be on the higher side. Meaning he would be difficult to overpower in a brawl. If a man with such a physique sensed he was in danger and swung the plank around frantically, it's just unthinkable that it would even nick the perpetrator, and his opponent was unarmed. This guy had a wooden plank, so you'd think he'd hit him at least once.
こんだけ体格のいい相手を取り囲んで襲おうとしたら何人くらいいりますかね。
アホ、それは大石の方が得意だろうが。アクタル時代を思い出さんかい。
If I was to take down this guy, how many would I need? When a group wants to take down a big prey, it's fundamental to attack with numbers. I'd guess about 4. Even if there was a gap in their strength, they'd manage.
だとすると、結構犯人は大人数だの。祭りで泥酔した4人以上のグループが怪しいとなるかの。
A group of 4 or more. Just, if they had that many, then how... They couldn't have hidden the body in a less obvious location? Couldn't they have hid the body? Or did he somehow break away from that fatal predicament? Then there was no reason to commit suicide. Moreover, I still can't comprehend the irregular way he died. It's full of mysteries.
こっちもそこは重視しとる。徹底的に調べるつもりだが、あまり期待できんな。何しろ、過去にこんな例はないんだからな。
期待はしませんよ。ですが結果を楽しみにしてます。
おいさん、課長が呼んでるっす。
すみません。ではまた来年お会いしましょう。
おお、いいお年をの。
Okay, we're gonna head on to the next part. We are continuing on. Sleepy. Sleepy.
あー、ケイチくんでっかいあくび。
I'm usually wide awake once it's time to eat, but it doesn't look like I could do it today.
ゆうべ遅くまでテレビ見てたら眠くて眠くて。
ケイちゃんが喜びそうな番組なんかやってたっけ？
不潔千番でございますわ。
ちょっと待て、勝手に想像して決めつけるんじゃね
男の子なら当然です。恥ずかしくないですよ。
Rika not patting my head only made me feel worse. Pat my head, Rika, please. Pat my head.
ちょっとこの昼休みは爆睡させてくれ。いやほんとマジで。
あら、私が黙って見過ごすとお思いで。
邪魔したら怒る。すごい怒る。はあはあ。
This is just dreadful. Just so sleepy. I slumped my head onto the desk and drifted off into an afternoon nap. I assumed that Satoko had responded, but I pretended not to hear.
さとこちゃんやめなよ。ケイチくん寝ちゃった。寝顔かいい。
Ah!
後でお持ち帰りしていいから。
Oh no.
そっとしときな。
向こうへ移動しましょうです。ケイチにうるさいと悪いですよ。
Rika-chan really is a good girl.
先生が来ても起こさないであげましょうです。
I take that back. The excuse that I didn't sleep much last night because I was watching TV was a lie. I was in bed at the usual time, but because of the conversation with Ooishi-san that afternoon, I didn't get much sleep. Just spending the day like this, it's almost as if the incident with Tomitake-san didn't happen at all. It made me think, was Ooishi-san trying to deceive me? But it was probably the truth. One thing was certain, I couldn't speak to anyone about it. He wanted my assistance, but I really didn't know anything about it. If I knew that I wasn't going to be of any help, I probably wouldn't have listened in the first place. It ended up with me, again, regretting and learning something I didn't need to know. If I had never learned about it, I would, without a doubt, be goofing off with the rest of them right now. I couldn't help but resent Ooishi-san for this.
それっていつから？
What?
もう次の日にはいなかったって。綿流しの晩に失踪したらしいよ。
Mion whispered to keep the others from listening, but I could hear it clearly. On the other hand, Rena's voice was even harder to pick up, but I could still tell that she was quite upset. It couldn't be. Are they talking about Tomitake-san?
さん、けなの？
かんない。私の知る限りではね。
I would have to feign ignorance about this topic because I needed to keep it a secret. Rather than waking up and being forced to lie to join the conversation, it was much easier just to sit here and pretend I was asleep, to listen in on their discussion. Discussion! Wait, why did I have to pretend to be asleep while eavesdropping on my friend's conversation? The guilt stung.
で、他にもいるんでしょ？
彼女がたたりにあったのか、鬼隠しにあったのかはわかんないけどね。
Onikakushi? Onikakushi? To be hidden away by a demon? What a mysterious phrase. I did, however, get the feeling it meant nothing good.
いや、何せよ、もう一人いるんだよね。だよね。
お社様ならね。
でも今年は出ないよ。
バッチャと村長さんが話してたんだけどさ、今年は事前に警察と話がつけてあるらしいんだよ。何が起こっても騒ぎにしないで穏便に片付けるって。
じゃあレナたちが知らないだけで、どこかで誰かがかもしれないってこと？
かもね。
次はレナかな？
安心しなよ。レナはちゃんと帰ってきたよ。
でもダメだったんでしょ？
昔の話だよ。もうやめよ、この話。
Amidst the uncomfortable mood, both of them went silent. The entirety of the conversation was still a bit unclear, but a few parts caught my attention. First of all, the term Onikakushi. To be demoned away. By the context it was used in, I would guess it was similar to being spirited away. I suspected that was what it meant, because Tomitake-san and that woman, it really bugged me that I don't know her name, vanished after Watanagashi. The next thing that stuck out was when Rena said, "There's another one, right?" Mion also said, "If it's Oyashiro-sama's, yeah," responding to something. If it's Oyashiro-sama's curse, then there had to be two victims. Is that what she meant? Come to think of it, I remember Mion saying at the beginning that they didn't know if it was the curse or if it was a case of Onikakushi. It seems that the curse and the demoning away are different things, and they were phenomena that were paired together. I recalled Tomitake-san's terrible end. That wasn't something as elegant as disappearing. That horrendous end would be best described as cursed. Then the woman with him, it means that she vanished because she was demoned away? What I do know is that there's normally an even number of victims of the curse proper. And the last point bothered me was Rena. Rena was frightened. For what reason, I don't know. However, she knew that something had made her a potential target for Oyashiro-sama's curse. If I recall correctly, Oyashiro-sama should be the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. Isn't a guardian deity supposed to defend the citizens and drive out invaders? If I recall correctly, yesterday Oishi-san said that originally the targets were enemies of the village, but recently there were no longer any distinction between them or regular outsiders. But if that was the case, then I would think that I'd be more likely to be targeted, having moved here more recently than Rena. From her composure, I could infer that she was grimly certain that she would be next. I should probably relay what I heard to Oishi-san, informing the police of what I heard by eavesdropping on my friends while pretending to be asleep. It made me feel terrible. It raised a few questions and left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Would it be better not to seek the answers to those questions? As I continued to learn more and more, I felt like I had fallen past the point of no return. I would definitely regret this one day. I would definitely regret ever having learned these events.
先生が来るでございますわよ。ケイチさん、起きなさいな。
In the distance, I heard the ringing of a handbell signaling the start of the afternoon classes. I couldn't sleep at all. I hastily opened my eyes and raised my head up. It was in that moment when I leaned in against the back of my seat. Ow! There was a thumbtack stuck between my chair with tape. How dare you! Circumstantial evidence was enough.
Satoko!
Guilty without trial. Capital punishment. I furiously jumped up from my seat and tripped as my feet were tangled up. My shoelaces had been tied together. Great.
やるじゃねえか、サトコ！俺が寝ている間に気配を消してこれだけの上等をやってくれるんだよ。
The teacher came in right as I was about to pull off my shoes and tackle Satoko.
先生が来ましたよ、ケイチさん。着席遊ばせ。
Not carrying one, but I made her eat a flick to the forehead.
ケイチさんがいじめた。
こら、前原くん、下級生をいじめてはいけません。
Damn, we're in trouble now.
謝りなさい。
Why? Why do I have to do this? I saw Satoko stick her tongue out at me. That little brat. That little brat.
ほら、前原くん。
へいへい、謝りますよ。サトコさん、ごめんなさい。
Damn her, I'll remember this.
ケイちゃん、ケイちゃん、その恨みは部活でね。着席、着席。
I sat down after Mion told me to. We switched to class representative mode. And here we go. With the boring classes finished, school was finally over. Now then, what should we do for our club today? Personally, I would like to play that deduction game one more time. I was hardly able to play last time because Ooishi-san. Rena and I weren't even able to test out our strategy.
そうだね。今日こそケイチくんと二人で大勝利だよね。でもどうでしょうね。同じゲームを続けて2日やった試しはありませんし。ミーにお願いしてみたらどうでしょうです。
Mion looked over her shoulder as we made eye contact. She slowly tapped her palm with her fist as her face suddenly lit up.
いっけね。今日おじさんの手伝いの日だ。悪いみんな、今日なし。
おじさんの手伝い？柄にもなく高校なやつだな。
悪い。ほんとすっかり忘れてた。じゃあごめんねみんな。今日はおじさんこれで帰るわ。
Mion left us with that and rushed off to the exit after snatching up her bag. That's
兄ちゃ
interesting.
んね、たまに街にあるおじさんのお店の手伝いに行くんだよ。
Ah, I thought she wasn't the type to get caught up in such bothersome stuff.
バイト代が出ると言ってましたですわ。
Yeah, I see.
結構なお小遣いになるらしいですの。
I see. She was able to pay for that mountain of gains with what she saved up from there.
しかしそれはアルバイトというんじゃないのか？校則で禁止されてないか？
家事手伝いは除くと書いてありますです。
So what now? Pass on the club today?
じゃあ今日はこれで解散かな
別に部長不在でもいいだろう。やろうぜ部活。お、あった昨日の推理ゲーム、ようやくコツが分かってきたところで中断しちゃったからな。
私は構いませんけど、レナさんとリカはどういたします？ケイチ君がどうしてもって言うならちょっとだけいいかな。僕はみんなが揃っての方がいいなと思いますです。部活がないなら僕はお買い物に行きたかったのです。お醤油とかを買いに行きますですよ。あ、そうでしたわね。すっかり忘れてましたわ。ならレナも久しぶりに宝探しに行こうかな。
What's this now? Everyone's no longer in the mood for club activities. If I kept on trying to push the matter, it may make them realize I had a trick up my sleeve. Ah, well, I'll give it up this time.
このゲーム楽しみにしていたのにな。
I'll give it up, damn it. How dare you? I shuffled through the cards as if I was still caught up on it.
またの機会に叩きのめして差し上げましたよ。
犯人はサトコ、凶器はピストル。やはり貴様の仕業だったか。
なんですって？じゃあ犯人はケイチ、凶器はロープで犯行現場はラウンジですわ。
ロープなんかいらねえ。このまま絞め殺してやら。
いやー、ケイチさんの毛玉な。
Phew. Well, I guess it's good I got that out of my system.
ケイチさん、覚えてらっしゃい。いっぱいいたぶられましたですね。かわいそうです。かい。
Everyone got ready to go back home. I also helped gather up the scattered cards. I suddenly paused. There were just suspect cards, but I noticed something strange. Rena, Satoko, Rika, Keiichi, Mion, Satoshi. Now, who the hell is that? Stay tuned for next time on Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 1. This is Davos. This is Daaro DS. And I will catch you guys next time as something is about to happen right after this paragraph. Stay tuned and I'll catch you guys next time.